Hello, and welcome to Spicy Toast Gaming. Thank you for tuning in to another Spicy Toast video. Today we're going to be covering what I think Path of Champions really needs to add in 2023. Now, I'm not going to be covering simple things like new regions, new champions, or relics. In my opinion, that's all essentially a given. They're going to be adding those things, maybe not as much as we would like, but that is going to be in the game already. I'm going to be more focusing on quality life improvements and features that I think they need to add to really improve the Path of Champions experience for all players. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and let's get into it. So we're going to start off with quality of life improvements. So these are features that I think they need to add to improve the game. Later we'll touch on some things that I think would be nice to have but aren't really required. These are some features I think are required to improve the game in the coming year. So first we have a fast mode. In adventures, a lot of the battles, there'll be some dialogue that you need to just click through at the start of the game. Sometimes there's several, like 2 or 3 pages of dialogue that you need to be clicking through. It can be quite annoying when you're playing these same adventures dozens or even hundreds of times. So having a way to turn that off, to turn off the animations of after you clear an adventure and the bag comes out and explodes and you get gold and XP, and just being able to streamline that and have it not be as many animations, that'd be really nice for the people that have been playing this game a lot, just want to sit down, grind out some levels, and don't want to have a lot of this extra filler time that they've seen hundreds of times before. So some setting you can turn on to just activate fast mode would be nice, even if maybe it only activates after you've done the adventure for the first time or something. That'd be fine, just some way that we can get through the game a lot faster for those who want it. Next, the relic shop or crafting. Some way to be able to get the relics we need to get. Now, I've played this game from the very beginning. I think I've gotten every single reliquary possible, and there's still plenty of relics I do not have. Also, sometimes you want multiple copies of the same relic, which again takes a lot of time, and you have no way to guarantee that to happen. So we need some way, potentially just spend wild fragments to get relics. We need some way to be able to guarantee get the relics we want to have. That needs to be added like immediately, as soon as possible. Honestly, it should already be in the game. And lastly, we have champion balance tuning. So I don't want them to nerf any champions, but for some champions where their playstyle maybe didn't turn out as well as the developers intended, we really need some way to improve that, specifically like Ornn. You take a look at Ornn's 2-star power. It's just absolutely ridiculous when you compare it to some of the champions that just came out. So for him, you have to play a 4 or 5 cost unit or equipment in order to generate your first equipment for the game. You take a look at Aatrox that just came out the last expansion. His 2-star, start of the game, just create 2 relics, or not relics, 2 equipment. Like, the difference there is massive, and so it's kind of an embarrassment that Ornn has some star powers that are so bad. And so finding some ways to improve that, bring him up to more the standard of other champions would be nice. And for future champions, just if someone wasn't designed well, or their design just isn't working as well as the developers thought it would, being able to try to give them some slight buffs to bring them up just to the standard of anyone else. Don't want anything to get nerfed. I think that would be very nice, and in my opinion, a needed addition for the quality of the game. Welcome additions. So these are features that I think would be very nice to have, but aren't necessarily as needed as some of the other ones. These might still be quality of life features based on your just definition, but here are some things I think the game should have or would be very welcome to add in the coming year. So first we have edit the starter deck. So being able to either choose what items go on your starting deck or potentially cut cards from your starting deck, swap out maybe some cards that have the same cost. So swap out a 1-cost card for another 1-cost card in the same region. Something like that, giving you a bit more of a way to edit your champion and go in with a build in mind of how you want to use their star powers. That would be pretty nice. Just some way that you can edit your starting deck, either removing cards, changing items, or swapping out similar cost cards. And next we have unique adventure rewards per champion. So by this, I mean there's a lot of adventures that we don't really go through on champions. I know for myself, when I'm playing a champion and trying to level them up for the guides as fast as possible, I only do normally like 4 adventures, but I do those 4 adventures many, many times. So some way that incentivizes us to go through every single adventure with every single champion. So whether it's something very simple, like the first time you complete this adventure with this champion, it gives you bonus XP. So you are incentivized to go through and finish them all. That would be decent. Or even something simple, like maybe you get a bronze reliquary, or you get a silver vault, just some small little bonus for actually going through and completing every adventure on the champion. Because I would love for there to be a reason to go through, do every single adventure with every single champion, and just, when you get a new champion, you start out with the lowest adventure, and you work your way down to the toughest adventure. Something like that would be, I think, great for the game, really give you a lot more diversity in how you play, because generally right now you normally are just grinding the same adventures over and over again, trying to get as much XP as possible. So some way to incentivize those adventures, I think, would be a wonderful addition. Not quite as needed as those quality of life improvements, but this is what I think would really help out the game. Comment down below what you guys would really like to see in your welcome additions, or what you think might be a required quality of life improvement that I didn't mention here. I hope you guys are having a great start to your year, and hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching that whole video, and thank you to everyone who has subscribed. We've hit over 1,000 subscribers in under 3 months. Thank you so much for the support. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, like the video. We're putting out daily videos covering everything Path of Champions related. I hope you guys have a great end of your year and a great start to your new year.